And we are live. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the stream. We're here. We're live. Oh, our camera's doing that thing again. We can fix that. We know how to fix this. And then we're gonna go back, and then we will make it back to that. And there we go. No more flickering. Let's go. We figured it out. We're back from Halloween. It was a good time. We did a lot of dancing. We had one really bad fall. We looked really cute. It was a good time. People loved our outfit, so it was fantastic. So I'm gonna take the win. And yeah. So where did we leave off? The last place we left off is we drilled the last few holes we needed to drill here on the front in section RR. There's a handful of holes we had to drill up there that we drilled already, so those are done now. So now what we need to do is we need to take the upper skin off. We need to disassemble that front half. Well, we need to disassemble that front half so we can reach the. We need to disassemble the front half so we can clean up those holes. Once we clean up those holes, we're ready to do final riveting. But we need to actually disassemble the upper skin on the turtle deck so that we can get to the rivets on all the clips. That'll be the first thing we probably install is the rivets on the clips. When we do the formers. It's just one of those things we have to do, so. And then, yeah, get ready to start building, chat. It's gonna be a fun, easy day today. We're gonna do a lot of riveting, and we'll be hopefully done with this page of the plans today. That's the goal, to finish this page of the plans today. We're just gonna double check some camera views here real quick, see where we're at, and then go from there. So let's see what we got here. Let's see our workshop view. All right, good view. I think that looks good. I think we're good there. Oh, that's not working. There we go. Okay, that one's working. Our plans view is working. I think we're good. All our cameras are working. We're gonna just swipe this over this way just a little bit, so you guys can. Or actually, here's what we'll do. Let's adjust this just a hair. Let's adjust this just a hair here. Get our camera looking the way we want it, and perfect. Okay. And what we'll do is we'll disable the plans cam here real quick, just on a temporary basis, so we can see the front that we're working on. All right. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna set up the air tools and stuff so we can start getting to work on some of this stuff. Might actually move this over this way a little bit. Okay. Yep, perfect. And yeah, we got to disassemble this front former, so we'll start there, and then we'll have a lot more to disassemble, unfortunately, but it is the nature. It is the nature of what we're doing, chat. Let's freaking go. And actually, before we do that, I'm gonna do a quick little modification. I want to change one of my stream tools here. Let's open our okay. That should work now. Okay, good. Let's just double check. Yep, everything's looking good. We're live. Things are good. Let's freaking go. Oh. Okay. Let's freaking go. All right, I think we're good, chat. Okay, so this part should come off now. Perfect, that part came off just as expected. We'll have to clean that up. Hi Orange, how are you? These things are known as clicos. That's what they look like, and what they are is they're a spring actuated device that holds pieces together. So if you look at the tip, I'm gonna actuate it. It's got These long pokey parts just stick out. So it's basically 3 prongs. If this camera will focus, come on. It's basically 3 prongs, 2 movable and 1 in the center that doesn't move. Not too bad. This thing can be a little dangerous, but it doesn't really... I've gotten pitched on it before, but it's not like the worst because it doesn't completely close off, so it's not going to take off your fingers. I mean, anything in a workshop is dangerous, so there's that. But essentially it's used, because we drill a bunch of holes on all these pieces, it's what holds the pieces together. And let me see what my other camera is looking at. I think we're going to stay on this cam actually for... What I'm going to do is, I have a part here that I need to clean up. Because when we left off last week, we had drilled a handful of holes in, and now we're at the part where we need to clean that up. Let me see if I can get a good camera angle here. I think that should work. Let's see. That's exactly what it is. It is a temporary holding system. Okay, perfect. I think that angle's gonna work. Oh, the camera's moving. The camera's sliding off. No! Let's see. Okay. There we go. Okay, so this little metal bracket here holds that piece together with another piece behind it. And so we drilled it last time, but these holes now have rough edges that we need to clean up. So we're going to use this tool, which is just a deburring tool, and we're just going to very lightly run it through the holes on the front side to get rid of the sharp edges, because basically what happens is airplanes are a high vibration environment, and because they're made of aluminum, which is a softer metal, they're very susceptible to cracking. So you want to round off all edges. You don't want to have any sharp corners in any parts, because sharp corners basically lead to cracking, and cracking will weaken the part or, you know, cause bad things to happen. So every hole that we drill on this airplane, we have to do this to on both sides. I know. Oh no, we're sliding again. I'm sorry. I will find a better mount. It might be a little bit farther away, but I will find a better mount that won't slide. Hold on. Sorry. This should not hopefully slide. And let's see. There we go. And let's just go out of it. Sorry about the motion sickness. But like I was saying, any hole we drill, on both sides, we have to basically clean up. So there's basically a handful of ways you can do it. You can do the deburring part. Thank you. You can use a deburring bit. You can use a file. Technically, you could use sandpaper, but I wouldn't. And then we also have this handy little block of cube, which is a file and a piece of wood that makes it easy to get behind pieces. And all kinds of other not fun stuff, but and all kinds of other not fun stuff, but okay, that one is done. Just for good measure, we're just gonna get this guy here just a little bit more, and okay, all right. There's also this part right here. There's also this part right here. And this is specifically the holes that we're working on right here on this part. And we're going to have to rivet those later, but we need to clean them up first. And so basically this piece right here is basically that part that we were looking at is right here. And so we drilled these holes and we got to clean these guys up too now. So that's what we're going to do. And sorry, my voice is a little hoarse. I went out last night for Halloween and yeah, it's on the struggle bus a little bit today. As are my toesies. I can't feel my toesies, but that's what happens when your girl wears 6-inch platform heels. And I'm gonna see if I can show you what a bird looks like. I think there's something like, it's hard to say because they're done by segments. So the way the drawing numbers work is you have your area. So like WXB is the airplane mode. You can't see it here, but let me turn off the camera and you'll be able to see it. Hold on one second. So the drawing codes are in the bottom box, and the way the drawing numbers are, it's like WXB is the model of airplane. This company makes about 6 or 7 different models of airplanes. This is a YXB, hence the WXB. The first letter of the second set of alphanumerics is the section of the airplane you're working on. So right now we're working on the fuselage, so the F, and this is drawing 19. For the fuselage, there's like, I think like 29 or 30 pages. Yeah, there's 29 pages. The landing gear has like 7 or 8. The tail has something like, I don't know, like, I want to say the tail has something like 11. The wings were a ton. We've almost completely finished the wings, but the wings I think were over 30. 27. There's a bunch of other sections, so I'd say it's probably like 100 to 150. Oh yeah, this has been an ongoing multi-year project. But back to this bird. Let me see if this camera will focus, because if this camera will focus, you'll be able to... Okay, there we go. Okay, you see how the bottom 3 holes are kind of smooth and shiny? And the top one looks... You can almost see the little metal edge of the burr right there. If I run my fingernail across this, it'll catch. You see how it catches? But over here, it just slides smoothly. And then here it stops, right? So that's what we're trying to remove. We're trying to remove those little metal fragments because those will chip off. And when they chip off, like I said, they lead to cracking. So every time we go to build a part, right, we have to put it together. Oh, it's a full-size airplane. Like, it is literally a full-size airplane. It's a 2-person airplane. Yeah, we want smooth, like a smooth operator, as Charles Leclerc in Formula 1, I think, would say. Smooth operator. I think it's an 80s song. But yeah, that's essentially what we're looking for. We're looking for everything to be like nice and smooth. Okay, that feels good. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna leave this part off. We're gonna keep disassembling now. We're gonna get the next part. I'm just gonna move this off over here. We're gonna turn our face cam back on so you can see what the heck I'm doing when we're in this scene. We're going back to this view. If you want, I could keep the plans view up here. I do have it set up so you can have a rough idea of the plans, but I think, you know, it's better to see, since I'm working on the front of the airplane, better to see that portion of it. Feel free to ask any questions you have on the plane, the engine, what we're going to do with it. We've so far on this project completed, we've completed a handful of things. We've done all the control surfaces, basically the ruderator structure, which is the tail, and then we've also completed the wings. The wings are basically done, as far as we can get them done. So the wings are basically done. We are pretty close to being done with this aft fuselage from a structure perspective, but there's a lot of other things that go into this aft fuselage. We've got about 2 major pages left, but we've got about 17 pages of fuselage left. But this aft structure will be pretty close to done after we finish this page and the next page. Neighborhood kids being a little loud. Sorry about that. Also, if any of this noise is too loud for you with like the air tools and stuff, please let me know. I can mute the microphone. It's one of the next improvements I want to do to the audio capture on this is I want to put a compressor or something so your guys' ears don't go like crazy when I'm like drilling and stuff, because I know that gets like loud and annoying. So it's the nature of using air tools, but the air tools work a lot better than battery tools. They're a lot lighter. You do have to deal with the hoses, but they just run better. So I already have my pilot's license. So from a license perspective, I have the license. As far as the licensing for the aircraft, the way it works is this is an experimental. I'm building this for educational purposes. I'm building this for educational purposes. So the way the certification works on the experimental using the educational carve out is, and there goes the compressor. Sorry, I'm gonna mute real quick. Okay, I don't think it's actually catching the compressor, so I think we're okay. The way it works when you build it on for educational purposes is you have to prove that you built at least 51% of the aircraft, because they don't want people to be using it as a workaround for like manufacturers avoiding the standard certification process for manufactured airplanes that are publicly sold. So you have to build at least 51% of it. Right, so that's the rule, and so everything I do gets logged. And in fact, when I'm done here, I'm going to be taking pictures of what I'm doing right now first with my phone, because I upload pictures onto a web-based log that stores how many hours I've worked on it, how many hours I've worked on it, the process as I went along, and whatnot. So. But you prove you built 51% of the airplane, and then you have to get the airplane inspected to make sure certain requirements are met. They don't, when the airplane gets inspected, they're just making sure it follows the regulation, right? Like if you say it's going to be allowed to fly at night, do you have all your lights that the FAA requires, that kind of thing, right?